So Captain Smith has this fancy idea about making his own little homemade Venturi valve. Go right up close to it, like right there. He's gonna make 2 little holes. I'll show you how this is gonna go in just a moment. So he's got 1 hole there, 1 hole there. Okay. Excellent. So now he believes that he is going to just feed some little aeration tube down through these little holes he's created and into the pipe and down the pipe. That little tube is going to go down into the valve, or close to the valve, the same direction as the water is flowing, and that thereby he will be able to create a miniature Venturi action. Because as we changed this bypass valve from, you remember in previous weeks I had showed you, and I'll show you again, a little clip of that thing just kind of going with holes, shooting water down. It was splashing all over the place and creating a lot of top water turbulence, which is okay. Top water turbulence isn't really the issue. I don't really like it so much because I can't see the fish very well, and it doesn't look very clear because there's just so much water agitation on the top. So we're now running 180 degrees with 2 90s that are pointing that ball valve directly into the tank, and the mouth of the ball valve is actually going to go right into the water. And so hereby Johnny believes that we will be able to create a mini Venturi effect by having these little pipes in here that are gonna, you can see once he gets it jammed in there, you'll see that the pipe, these pipes are coming right out the bottom and are going to go right in towards the Venturi valve, the same direction as the water flow. Okay, can you see them in there? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see, let me get a little zoom. No, maybe not. You can see. Okay, so there's your ball valve. The tubes are flowing into this little piece of 3/4 inch PVC down and towards the direction of the water flow. Mm-hmm. We're hoping that it's going to suck air through these little tubes because this is underwater, and that's going to inject some air, because right now if it's just shooting directly into the water, it's just creating turbulence with no aeration. So let's plug it in. Let's plug it into our little junction here, complete our 180 degree circuit, pointed right down into the water again. Alright, plug her in and let's see if she blows bubbles. You can see that the valve itself is right into the water. Oh, look at that. Wait a minute. We got a little water coming out of the tube. Not sucking out of that one, but he is sucking out of the other one.
Might be a crank.
Could be a kink in there. Alright, let's try it again. Do a little adjustment.
Yeah, they twisted.
Twist it up a little bit. Okay. Adjusting the tube a little bit. Try it again. Be pretty neat if it works, man. Plug her in. Let's see if she sucks instead of blows. Well, we got blow coming out of the other side, and suck coming out of the one side. Interesting.
I think we have to stagger them. Try that.
Okay. Just a little bit of adjustment going on here. How do you mean stagger?
Just
one longer than the other? Okay. Alright, so he's going to pull one down, make it longer than the other. Okay. I'm going to feed it right back through the ball valve. Now that ball valve will not be able to be adjusted if those hoses are sticking through there.
They're too long, yeah.
Do you want to trim them down to where they're not?
I might have to go back to this single
Hole?
Yeah, single.
Okay.
Let's see if that works. You'll still be able to open and close the valve.
You don't think it'll pinch them?
You won't maybe be able to turn it off 100%.
Okay. Well, let's try it. Okay. Dual tiny aerator. Oh, we got no water coming out. Oh, but we're now above the water line. So we're getting bubbles from there. We're gonna have to wait till it fills up again. But I don't see any water coming out. Okay, these tubs are gonna drain and fill the water level back up above the level of that valve coming out. Then we'll get to see if it's gonna actually produce aeration or not. It'll automatically produce aeration when its water level goes below the valve. Okay, so these tanks are going to drain and raise our water level up again so that the valve is under the water. Let's see what happens then. How's our flow up top? Got good flow coming into the top. Okay, it's going down below yet. Just about there. Got a lot of water coming in from the tubs. Okay, we don't have any water coming out of the tubes. Wait for these valves to drain a little bit. Alright, well we definitely got some bubbles coming out of that thing and no water coming out of the tubes. It's sucking and not blowing. So it looks like if you are just messing with the tubes a little bit to make sure that they're not kinking and they're coming down, you can see under there that that is actually sucking some oxygen through those tubes and putting it into the water to create aeration. It is a cheese ball Venturi valve without an actual Venturi. It's just the holes drilled with tubes going right into the 3/4 inch piece of valve, or 3/4 inch piece of PVC. Just tubes going down into the, snaking down the direction of the water, which is causing it to actually create aeration when it's under the water surface. Now when the water surface lowers below the valve, it's automatically going to suck air around the sides and blow it into there, but that's actually creating a pretty good aeration effect just coming right out of that valve. It's not too bad, man. Looks like Captain Smith's little cheese ball Venturi
pretty good.
is a fairly working unit.
Definitely not as good as the air stone, but
No, it's not putting out as much. That's the air stone that you're looking at there. And then over here you're looking at just the oxygen is sucking through those little tubes and coming out. So that's actually not too bad though. You're getting aeration without having all of the disturbance and water turbulence on the top. And plus you're going to get some more air created, dissolved oxygen coming in by these beds draining and flooding. And then you can see that it's sucking here at the ball valve. It's about to suck itself right below the surface of the water, and it will create even more bubbles at that point. So this is just for when it actually goes, when the tank is full and that ball valve is below the surface of the water. You see now it's sucking some air around the sides and starting to create more bubbles. So that's actually a working unit.
alright. You should zip time pointing at the water just in case.
Well, I don't know if you bend them, don't you? Yeah. I don't know if you can bend them. You're going to cut off the air.
No, it just needs to be, pointed in this direction.
How are you going to zip time like that? Very carefully. Well, that's a pretty good, nice little working unit there, buddy. I'm impressed. It is actually creating oxygenation in the water, man. That's pretty sweet. Cannot beat that with a stick.
Well, the only alternative is to just make longer tubes.
To point them forward.
You know, and maybe zip time around there or something.
But that is actually creating aeration in there, under the water. Not bad. Not too bad at all. I like it. I like it. I would say it's almost comparable to the air stone.
Pretty close.
It's pretty close to comparable with the air stone. It's not too much different. Not bad.
Pretty close.
Not bad. Very cool. So there you go, folks. A simple, cheap, and effective way to make a Venturi effect without making a full-blown Venturi valve. Just need some air tubing and to snake the tubing the direction of the water flow.